Shivananda. Jai Sarvagnananda, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. We Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. So I will continue the story, and this is the sixth canto, I think ninth chapter, and 19th shloka onwards will start. In this 19th shloka, before we see that, we'll just give you a little background. The background is Tvashta is a Devata, and he was married to Rachana, who was a Asuri, a demoness. And to them was born Vishwarupa. And Vishwarupa was the one who saved the Devatas. But he unfortunately had an affiliation towards the Asuras also, because from his mother's side, all his relatives were all Asuras, right? So he had that in his heart. So while the yajnas and all will be sponsored by the Devatas, he would come there and perform there as though he is their priest. But then, while giving Ahuti, he'll quietly say, this Ahuti is for the Asura, so and so Asura, Asura, and all that. And instead of saying Indraya Swaha, he'll loudly say Indraya Swaha, and before, when he does the next Ahuti, quietly he'll say some other Asura's name and try to strengthen them physically and make them more powerful. So that won't work, right? Devatas. So Indra was so worried about this whole situation. He was so confused, didn't know what to do, and then all the three heads of Vishwarupa were chopped off. We saw the three heads of Vishwarupa. One was drinking wine, one was drinking somarasa, one was eating food. So this is our life, right? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas means what? With one part of the head we think, with one part of the head we do, with one part of the head we do without thinking, or we don't do without any thinking. So all these things are possible. So these are the three things which Vishwarupa was representing in his form, and Indra had to kill him, right, by cutting off his heads. So then, who was Vishwarupa's father? Tvashta. So Tvashta was a Devata. He was also equally powerful, as powerful maybe as Indra even, arguably. So he wanted to put an end to Indra. So he did one big yaga because his own son was killed. Very emotional. He did a big Homa yaga. And in that yaga, he wanted to bring the enemy of, he wanted to create the enemy of Indra. So one thing we should all appreciate and understand is Vishwarupa was so good to the Devatas, but he had a affiliation towards the Asuras also. So which means what? Everybody, none of us in the world are full of what someone likes or what someone dislikes, right? We're all a mix of what others like and dislike. In fact, we are a mix of even what we like and dislike also many times, right? So that is world, that is reality. And but Indra as a king could not take it. To protect his people, he killed Vishwarupa, who was a mix of both Asura and Devata. And then, coming back to the story where I left, Tvashta was creating the enemy of Indra. So, in the process, what he would do, Tvashta, he has to give a ahuti, right? In the Havan, he will give some ahuti means offering, the form of ghee, in the form of ghee or something else, he'll offer. But he will say, he will ask the Shatru of Indra to be created, right? So let us see what is that thing where it says that. In one of the previous slokas we saw just before we finished. Uh, okay. Yena Vrita, I'm just reading the 18th sloka. And Yena Vrita ime lokas tamasa tvashtra murtina savai vritra iti prokta papa paramadarunah. So that is the 18th sloka, mentioning about the creation of Vrittasura. Vrittasura is a new Asura from now on. He was created by Vishwarupa to finish off Indra. So, in the Ahuti, he will say, it might have gone in the previous slokas, when he is offering, he would say, Indra Shatru Vardhasva. Indra Shatru Vardhasva means what? Indra, the Devata, Shatru, the enemy, Vardhasva means grow. May he grow. So this is where the very, very famous quote, why? Because this is also part of the Veda. The Veda also, when you say a phrase or a sentence, you have to know where you have to maintain a swara. Swara means where you go up high, low, and medium. Huh? Swaritam, Udatam, Anudatam. Likewise, Anudatam, Swaritam, Udatam. Three components are there for any Vedic chanting. In English also, I'm just giving an example. Suppose if we say please, so depending on the tone, you know what is the intent of that word. Please versus please, like that. When you ask a kid, you're frustrated, then the way the please comes and all that. So the tone matters a lot in the Veda mantra also. So having that in your mind, in these three words, Indra, Shatru, Vardhasva, in these three words, if you put the emphasis on some word, Indra, Shatru, Vardhasva, Indra, Shatru, Vardhasva, like that. I'm just giving as an example. So depending on where you put the emphasis, the sentence can mean either may Indra's enemy grow in size and power, or Indra may Indra grow in size and power against his enemies. It can mean either. Like the example I gave was the please word, and some other words also in English. Depending on how you say, the meaning changes. Likewise, the meaning can be either Indra's enemy grow, or Indra whose enemy, who has an enemy, let Indra grow, like something like that. So it's good to know that story part. So likewise, he had made some mistakes like that, but still, the Vrittasura was no small demon. He was huge and humongous. Let us see what he did from this shloka number 19th onwards. Tam vijagnurabhidhrutya sagana विबुधर्षभाः विबुधर्षभाः स्वै स्वै दिव्यास्त्र शस्त्रौघैः सोग्रसत्तानिकृत्स्नशः. That Vrittasura grew, he was growing in size like tremendously, and he destroyed the entire army of Indra, and whatever the astras they were throwing, swai divyastra shastraihi, he would just swallow them. All the astras, shastras, he will just swallow them and not leave anything left. There will be nothing left for the asuras to fight with. Tataste vismita sarve vishanna grasta tejasah प्रत्यञ्जमाधि पुरुषम् उपतस्तु समाहिताः. प्रत्यञ्जमाधि पुरुषम् उपतस्थु समाहिताः. ततः ते विस्मिताः सर्वे विषन्नाः ग्रस्त तेजसः. All they lost, and then this fellow was growing every day in size, whereas these people, the devatas, were losing all their powers by the day. And then they said, Pratyanjamadi Purusham Upatastuhu Samahitaha. They all together went to Lord Narayana. They wanted to pray to Lord Narayana and invoke Narayana to help them in this very hopeless and helpless situation. And what did they do? They started praying. Look at the Devatas prayer. So prayer always works. So we can see the Devatas also prayed. So just like Devatas are praying and they're getting the results, all your prayers also will fetch the results. Because according to Puja Swamiji, prayer is also a karma. And in that karma, definitely it'll be a result also attached to it, right? वायुवंबराज्ञ क्षिता यस्त्रिलोकाः ब्रह्मादयो ये वयमुद्दिजन्तः वयमुद्दिजन्तः मयमुद्विजन्तः हराम यस्मै बलिमन्तकोऽसौ बिभेति यस्मादरणं ततो नः. So, this all the Panchabhutas coming together, Agni, Vayu, all these things, all the Panchabhutas coming together and then creating the world. And who's the creator? Brahmaji. And even the Brahmaji, all the Devatas, including all the five elements, they're all bound by time. Brahmaji's position is not permanent. Indra's position is not permanent, which means what? They have to also pray to the Lord for for a long life, for a long stint of power and position, and all that, right? They also pray stint for power, a lot of power they want for length of time. So they pray the God, Lord of the time. They're afraid of time because time slowly takes away their power and position also. But now they feel as though that time has come as their enemy in the form of Vrittasura. They're in this way. They're lamenting. Their prayer sometimes has this, tone where the person feels so helpless and he is articulating their helplessness. अविस्मितं तं परिपूर्णकामं स्वेनैव लाभेन समं प्रशान्तं विनोपसर्पत्यपरं हि बालिशः श्वलाङ्गुलो नातिति तर्ति सिन्धुम्. Hey Lord, you are somebody who's avispita, who doesn't forget anything, right? Ah, there's nothing which is new for you. You have taken several forms, and you are totally satisfied. Uh, uh, you Nothing is away from your eyesight, and you're totally satisfied. Paripurnaka means what? You are the Lord who doesn't want anything to be accomplished for yourself. And just for the sake of our benefit, you have come several times to save us. And it seems to be very pleasant. You don't get carried away by all those roles you take up. And we want to hold on to you. Suppose if you don't hold on to you, it is like people who try to cross the oceans, rivers in the hell by catching the tail of a dog. The ocean of samsara, the ocean of all sins, somebody trying to cross over without the Lord and holding the tail of a dog. So that much of a foolishness it is to not invoke you and pray to you. Yasyoru shringe jagatim swanamam manur yatha badhya tadara durgam saeva nastvashtra bhayad durantat tatrata shritan vari charopi nunam. Durantar is a movie is there. Now some people are watching that movie sometimes. They're asking me also, but a lot of violence it looks like, but it looks like a made movie because I was remembered of that movie when I saw this word Duranta in this thing also. Durantar. Yasyeru Shringe Jagatim Swanamam. I'm just reading the sloka again, 23. But what this sloka is saying is Bhagavan took the form of a Matsya, fish avatara, and then the whole world and became the boat. He became the boat on which the whole world was mounted and saved from the ocean. You took us to the other side of the shore. And that Lord, that kind of a Lord, may you protect us against the anger of Twashtra, who lost his son, Tratha Ashritan, Parivoropi Nunam. So may you also save us from this ocean of difficulty. Pura Swayambhurapi Mambasi Udirnavator Miravaikarale Yeko Ravindat Paritastatara Tasmat Bhayatina Sanostu Parah. Previously, Brahmaji also committed some mistakes, And he was also, Brahmaji is mentioned as Swayambhu is Brahmaji here, okay? Sanyama Hambasi. So he fall from his lotus into the ocean and he was suffering. And Bhagavan even saved the Brahmaji. Likewise, now we are all children. We are all Brahmaji's own relatives, children. So he also saved this next gen. ययेक ईशो निजमाययानः ससर्जयेनानुसृजाम विश्वम् वयं न यस्यापि पुरः समीहतः पश्याम लिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः. So that, oh Lord, you are Ekaha, you are not, you are the one and only one. And then just you are the only one, and you could have been by yourself without any creation. But then, for the sake of our own, kshaya, our own mitigation of all our papas, you gave form to all of us. You, out of your own form, you created all of us, and the whole world also. And not only you created the forms, you created the world for the sake of all of us. Samihatah. So, but in spite of you, it is because of you the whole creation. It is from you the whole creation, and we the ones who are enjoying everything is also belonging to you. But what do we people think? Pashyama lingam pratagisha maninaha. But we are all maninaha. Manin means what? One who all thinks that, I'm a self-made man. I created my wealth. I created my life and all that. But that is how we are. Lord, please forgive us and please bless us one more time. Yovnas sapatnyair devarshitir yang nushu nitya yeva कृतावतारस्तनुभिः स्वमायया कृत्वात्मसात् पाति युगे युगे च. For the sake of us, to we are being tormented by our enemies. And previously, what, a Lord, you have taken different forms. You have taken the form of a devata. You have taken the form of a rishi. Devata is what? He has taken the form of devatas. The devatas, the avatara which he has taken, the Lord has taken. And like, for example, Naranarayan. So many avatars Lord has taken, which is just a devata avatara, not even coming down like an avatara to the earth. Rishi, Kapila Rishi, those, and then Tiryang. Tiryang means something which is, terrestrial animals. He has taken like, lion avatar and Nrsimha avatar and all that. Tiryang, Nrishu, human form also, like Rama avatara. So all these different forms you have taken for the sake of us. Krita avatara stanubihi swayamaya. So may you also create one more. So likewise, you have been coming for the different yugas for the sake of protecting us. Tameva devam vayamatma daivatam param pradhanam purusham vishwamanyam vrajama sarve sharanam sharanyam swanam sanodhasyati shammahatma atma daivatam. So what else is saying? Evi. So you are the Lord who was just param. See, the word pradhanam means all the raw materials for the creation. Lord, you are the maker and the material. Purusham is the maker. Maker and the material. And the maker and material being Bhagavan Lord Himself, this world is not away from you. Vrajama. So we all pray, we are all taking refuge in you. Sarve Sharanam Sharanyam. You are the most worthy of taking refuge. So we're all taking refuge in you. Swanam Sanodhasyati Sham Mahatma. So may you Sham Mahatma. Sham means in a Kalyana Mangalam. May you please give us auspiciousness. Help us from this difficulty of Vrittasura's wrath and his power and his destruction. Sri Shuka Uvacha Iti Tesha Maharaja Suranam upatishtatam Pratyachyam dishya muda bhudavihi Shankachakra gadadara. So now, lo behold, with the prayers of the devatas, Bhagavan is appearing in front of him. So this is all a proof that prayers are answered. Prayers can do miracles. It can neutralize all the papas, like Puja Swami used to say. For all the devotees, I want to say that. So here, Bhagavan has appeared. He has appeared in the western direction, Pratichyam Dishi. So the devatas were praying on the western side. Bhagavan appeared. And then he had a Shanka, he had a Conch, he had a Chakra, he had the disc, Gada, he had the mace. With all that, he had appeared Gadadhara. Atmatulyai Shodashabhihi Vina Srivatsa Kaustubai Yurpasita Munnidra Sharadambu Ruhekshanam. So, along with the Lord, there were 16 other devatas. They were all servants of Mahavishnu, servants of Narayana. And they all looked exactly like Narayana. So Narayana appeared before the devatas with 16 other his force, his helpers or his servants, and they're called Parshadas in Sanskrit. Not just helpers, they are equivalent to him, equivalent to Narayana. Narayana's creation, who are equivalent to Narayana. And but the only thing they were missing was the Srivatsa, the Mahalakshmi's golden line representing Mahalakshmi on the chest, and the Kaustuba Mani, that pendant called Kaustuba on the necklace. Only those two they were missing. Narayana himself had eyes which were little reddish like the lotus. Little reddish. Why? Because of the love, compassion to the devatas, or because of the anger towards the asuras. So who are tormenting these devotees. That way he appeared. दृष्ट्वा तमवनौ सर्व ईक्षणाह्लादविक्लद्वाः दण्डवत्पतिता राजन् शनैरुत्थाय तुष्टुवः. Survey, all the devatas who were supposed to be protecting the earth, and they were seeking the protection of Narayana. Their eyes were all filled with joy, and it was the form which they felt they were embracing with their eyes, that form. But what they did really was fall on the floor and do namaskara. See, all this shloka says dandavat patita. Dandavat means like a stick falling, standing on the stick. When it falls like that. Likewise, all the devatas fell at the feet of Narayana, Bhagavan, and then slowly they got up. It's not easy to fall like a stick and then get up. You have to be fit for that. So that's why in the north also they use this word. This word, dandavat, this verse 30. Second line, dandavat. Dandavat means falling like a stick, then getting up. And in the north they say, Maharaj, dandavat means what? I'm saluting to you, prostrating to you, like a stick falling on the floor. They may not do it, but they will say the word dandavat, because they are sometimes very big tummy and all that. They cannot really fall and get up. Like especially if they fall like that, like a stick, they will never be able to get up so easily. So that is why they just say that Maharaj dandavat, like that they say, which means please please accept my attitude, my offering of this word dandavat, which is in the place of falling and getting up from your feet. So now that Narayana has appeared, the devatas are continuing to praise. Very nice praise. Namaste yajna viryaya vayase utate namaha. Namaste hyasta chakraya. Namassu puruhutaye. Oh Lord, Namaste. Devatas are saying, Namaste to you, Yajna Viryaya, the one who is the power of all the worship, the power behind all the worship. Avanarulale, Avantal Panindu, there's a statement in a Tamil, which means what? This yajna is all you're doing the worship for the sake of gaining something, but the power behind the worship itself is that Lord. Likewise, they're praying. Why I say means one who knows the entire past, present, and future of this world, and past, present, and future of the devatas also. Namaste Hasta Chakraya. The one who has got the chakra in his hand to destroy all the enemies. To you, my namaste. Yatte gatinam tisrunam ishitu paramam padam narvachino visargasya dhatar veditum arhati. Okay, tisrunam ishituhu paramam padam. Bhagavan Sri Narayana has got the ways. He's got a way for all of us. He's got a He's got the plan for all of us. We may all be a mix of sattva, rajas, tamas, and depending on that, he plans our journey. Not in this life, for several lives to come, Bhagavan will plan our journey. So we also accomplish the feet of the Lord. Okay, na arvachinaha visargasya. And we don't know, none of us know, I have got any idea of what is in your mind as a plan for us. All that we can do is be the devotee and be that devotee of the Lord who allows the Lord to make things happen through us, become the hands and legs of the Lord, and be the devotee of the Lord and be the instrument of the Lord. But to be an instrument of the Lord, like in Gita says, nimitta matram Bhava Savya Sachin. That is a Gita shloka in the 11th chapter says, Arjuna, just be my instrument. But for that, Arjuna should know who Lord is, which is what is seen in the Vishwarupa, right? So likewise, our appreciation of the Lord should increase. Our understanding, appreciation, recognition of the Lord through all the satsangas. Whenever I talk to you, I make you appreciate the Lord more and more, make you more knowledgeable about His presence. So that when that growth is happening, naturally you will let that Lord, you will suspend your choices, you will suspend your fears and all that, and you will not be holding on tightly to something which out of fear, out of stress, out of anxiety, and you let the Lord's work to happen through you, and that is when you are actually doing everything at the same time free from the stress of everything. So that is my goal for all of you. May Lord bless you all. May Bhagavan Narayana bless you all. As you can see, like the next shloka, 33rd onwards, we'll see next week. And it starts with the Om Namaste to Bhagavan Narayana Vasudevadi Purusha. Nice prayers are coming. Very powerful prayers are coming. When listening and understanding will be a great progress in your own appreciation of Ishvara, Paramatma Narayana. With this, I will conclude here. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.